what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Antique Talk. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how buying antiques can save the planet. Now, if I'm going to talk about going green, I better go green. Now that's better. Now, when I was a kid, I was always taught to think globally, but act locally. Now, what exactly does that mean? I always interpreted it as do the small things in life that help everybody on a larger scale. So if I'm going to be able to recycle goods, that's going to help the planet. If I'm going to be able to, why not buy antiques? That's also going to help the planet. But how much does it actually help the planet? Well, today we're going to break it down into 5 reasons that buying antiques will help save the planet. Now, of course, I could go into antiques all day and tell you how they're a better quality. There are better stories behind antiques. They're more of a unique style that it brings to your house. I mean, antiques are just amazing. I mean, you guys know me. I love antiques. They're the best thing in the world. But today we're going to break it down and how it's going to help save the environment. So let's start off today with number 5. Number 5 on our list today is buying antiques will reduce landfill waste. Now, this one's pretty self-explanatory because when you're out there buying antiques from an antique store or a thrift store or an auction, you're reusing items that were previously used by somebody else so they don't get thrown away. Because that's the big issue. We're throwing stuff away that doesn't need to be thrown away. It is a better option to buy an antique dresser for $150 rather than the modern version that's $100, because that modern version, on average, guys, only lasts 10 to 15 years, where antiques last for decades, if not centuries, because they were made with better quality, as well as better craftsmanship, workmanship, materials, you name it, it's just a better product. So when you're buying antiques, you're not only having something that's going to last you forever, it's going to be something that's also going to help save the environment. And then you're probably thinking too, man, I have antiques, but I have no use for them. Gosh, they have this great thing. It's repurposing. I have so many of our vendors that repurpose some of these goods. So they take old window frames that were knocked out of a house, and instead of throwing them to the dump, they reuse them and turn them into picture frames. Or they got the old doors on their house that just don't fit their decor anymore. So what do they do with them? They take them down and they turn them into another coffee table or even a dining room table. I'm telling you, look up repurposing antiques, guys. There is so many things you can do with antiques that make it so you don't have to buy from these big box stores. Reuse these beautiful pieces that we have in our lives that are going to help save all of these emissions and carbon dioxide that's going into the air. All right, guys, let's get on to number 4. Number 4 on our list today is buying antiques reduces carbon emissions. Now, where do you buy your antiques from? Most would say their local antique store or thrift shop, or possibly from an auction a couple towns over, or maybe a garage sale across the street. So when you're doing that, you're releasing a lot less emissions than if you were to have a product being shipped overseas or sent on a shipping freighter from another country. When you're doing that, those imports like that are bringing in massive amounts of CO2 output that is really terrible for the environment. Now, Carbon Clear did a thorough study including raw materials, manufacturing, transportation, as well as disposal, and found that if you were to buy a new chest of drawers compared to an antique chest of drawers, that new chest of drawers has a carbon impact 16 times higher than the antique piece. I mean, that is just an unreal stat. 16 times higher carbon impact than if you were to just drive to your local antique store across town or a town over, compared to having something shipped in overseas. So really think about that next time you're looking for that piece of furniture or that next piece of dinnerware or kitchenware, or possibly just that next gift you want to buy your significant other or a family member. Always consider buying local, because I'm telling you, it's going to help save the environment in the long run. All right, guys, on to number 3. Number 3 on our list today is buying antiques reduces consumption of new goods. Now, when you're out there buying your modern items, what does that require the manufacturer to do? It requires them to mine for these new resources. So when you're looking for products like jewelry, clothing, furniture, that is what they have to do. They have to cut down the trees. They have to mine for the diamonds. And I'm telling you, there is no need for any of that. You're going to be able to go to an antique store and find the antique equivalent to any of these modern items. Because I'm telling you guys, I'm a father. I have 3 girls. So I know all about I need insert new name brand clothes here. Sorry, I can't name any of them because I don't know any of them. But I'm telling you, instead of these name brand clothes, take them to a thrift shop. They're going to find amazing clothes at better prices that are reused. It doesn't need to be produced again because it's already out there and they're good quality. It's quality, they're clean. They 99 times out of 100, they're not putting anything out there that's not clean and in good quality because that's a reputation for them. So just remember that next time. If you're looking for a piece of furniture that's going to complete your room, go to an antique store. You're going to find something way more unique than you'll ever find at your big box stores. Big box stores mass produce the same pieces. They're all the same junk that is not worth anything, and they're going to be junk within years. Now, jewelry is another thing. Antique jewelry is gorgeous. Some of it's pretty gaudy, I will say, but it's better than this newer stuff. Guys, they have to mine for these diamonds, and they're not worth anything. After you have a diamond and you leave the store, the value's already going down. There's no worth in that stuff. Stop contributing to, these companies that are mining for these goods because it doesn't need to be done. There's the antique equivalent out there, and I highly suggest you get out there and look for it. And let's teach our young kids too. Start it with the clothing, and let's move on when they get out to out of the house to furniture and whatnot. But let's start off with the clothing. There's a lot of good stuff out there at those vintage thrift shops. All right, guys, let's get on to number 2. Number 2 on our list today is buying antiques decreases deforestation. Now, did you know that deforestation was the leading cause of climate change? Now, like most modern companies, they're out there to make more money, more profit. Money, money, money. They don't care about the quality. So modern furniture companies are no different. They have the motto of produce more for less. And when you're doing that, the quality goes out the window. They don't care about the quality of the product that you're getting. All they care about is saving a couple dollars in their pockets at the end of the year. And when you're doing that, it reduces the quality that you're going to have in your house and in your life. You're going to break it. It's going to go away faster. And then you're going to be like, there's nothing I can do with this because the modern stuff's junk. You can't repurpose it. So you're going to throw it away. But I'm telling you, all you have to do, go shop at your antique stores, your thrift stores. You're going to find antique furniture there that is going to require absolutely no new wood. And that drastically reduces the damage we're doing to the forest. All these trees produce oxygen. We all need oxygen. Think about it, guys. It's really that simple. If all these new products stay on the shelves and nobody's buying them, guess what? They don't have to produce more. And that's going to be a huge boost to the environment. It takes everybody to do these small little things. And small little things like that, I understand the convenience of a big box store, but I'm telling you, these antique stores offer the same exact product, better quality. All right, guys, let's get on to number 1. Number 1 on our list today is buying antiques will lower your carbon footprint. Now, did you know that modern goods use hundreds of kilograms of carbon dioxide compared to antique goods? Now, for example, to get a modern dining room table from manufacturing to your home takes about 465 kilograms of carbon dioxide. Now, that is equivalent to 25 days of gas heating your home. That was crazy when I read that. That was a huge eye-opener to me. All you have to do is go downtown, go across the road, go down the street, go to another town over, shop at these antique stores and thrift stores, and just think how much CO2 you're saving from going into the atmosphere. I mean, that is just an eye-opener. If anything was ever an eye-opener in this video, I hope that was. Because, when you're ordering off Amazon, that's going through planes to vehicles. I mean, tell me you guys don't go outside and see Amazon vehicles everywhere. They're everywhere because we're ordering stuff. I understand the convenience. I really do. I get it. You get it the next day. But man, really start thinking about the environment a little bit because the transportation is a big issue. And that's what's causing a lot of the issues when we talk about getting goods to our country and our homes, because that transportation is producing, terrible amount of emissions that is really hurting the environment. So next time you're out and about, like I said, make sure you're buying antiques. Go to the antique stores, your thrift stores, your secondhand stores. Give them a try first. Just give them a try. If they don't work out, if your local ones don't have it, obviously your only thing left to do is go to those big box stores or go to Amazon. But always try your local thrift stores first and your local antique stores, because I'm telling you, they might surprise you. All right, guys, that's our video today. And man, I had a blast making this video. A lot of great information, and made me think a lot more about the stuff I'm doing in my life that I can make better to make the environment better. Because like I talked about at the beginning of this video, you have to think globally, but act locally. Everybody does a small little part. It's all going to equal out to a huge change in the end. But everybody's got to start somewhere. So if you think your little bit's not doing anything, it really is. Because I've started, with antiques, I do it all the time. I reuse, I repurpose. You have to do all that stuff because this stuff should not be thrown away. It does not belong in a landfill. It does not belong in the trash. It belongs in somebody's house. The stories you get from these antiques are amazing. The fact that these have lasted for centuries is unreal to me. The stories behind that stuff would be just great to hear someday. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like the content, feel free to like this video. Comment below, did I miss anything? Let's all get educated together. What can we do to start changing what the planet's going to? And please, no negative Nancy's. It ain't all over yet. We have a chance to still make a change. Let's talk about it in the comments, and let's start a great conversation about what we can do in the antiquing community to make sure we are doing our best to save the planet. And guys, if you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. We got tons of great content coming up. We just hit 30,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. That is amazing. I can't believe it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, don't forget about our partnership with appraiseitnow.com. Go in the comment or go in the description of this video, click the link. You'll get your appraisals done in 48 hours or less, and it's only $25. I'm telling you guys, there's nothing more green than that. You don't have to send nothing in the mail. You take some pictures, send it online. You get an email back with your certification for your appraisal. That's as green as can be. So thank you guys again all so much for watching. And when you get this one time and you want to come out and talk to me or Amber, come out and get your antique fix on M66. See you guys later.